Nobody would touch this Cane Corso until one woman looked him in the eyes. For 7 months, Kennel 9 sat at the end of the row. Most people never made it that far. They'd slow down somewhere around Kennel 4 or 5, find something smaller, something softer, something that wagged its tail and pressed its nose through the bars like it was begging to be chosen. That's how shelters work. The ones who reach out get picked. The ones who wait get forgotten. The dog in Kennel 9 waited. His name was Atlas, 130 pounds of jet black Cane Corso with a head so wide it barely fit through a standard doorway, and eyes the color of burning amber that tracked every person who walked past with a stillness that made most of them walk faster. He didn't growl, he didn't bark, he didn't pace or throw himself against the gate. He simply sat and watched, with the particular patience of something that has already learned not to expect too much. The shelter manager, a woman named Carol, had started the quiet countdown in her head that no shelter worker talks about out loud. Atlas was healthy. Atlas was calm. Atlas was running out of time. Then, on a Wednesday morning in November, Megan Cole walked through the front door. She was 31, recently moved to a house with a yard for the first time in her adult life, and had told herself she was only coming in to ask about the adoption process, not to adopt, just to ask. She had a notebook, she had a list of questions, she was being responsible about this. She made it as far as Kennel 9. Atlas was sitting in the back corner when she stopped. He didn't stand up, he didn't come forward. He just slowly turned his head and looked at her, those amber eyes steady and unreadable, and Megan stood there with her notebook open and her pen in her hand and didn't write a single word. The shelter manager, a woman named Carol, appeared beside her a minute later. "How long has he been here?" Megan asked. 7 months, Carol said. "Why hasn't anyone taken him?" Carol looked at Atlas. Honestly, most people see the size, they see the breed, they make a decision before they ever really look at him. Megan kept looking at him. He kept looking at her. "What's his name?" "Atlas." She was quiet for a long moment. Then she said, "Can I go in?" "I see you're still watching and haven't subscribed yet. That honestly breaks my heart a little. Hit that subscribe button. You need to see what happens next." The first week was an education. Atlas moved through Megan's house like he was afraid to take up too much space. He ate his meals standing sideways, as if he might need to leave quickly. He slept on the floor beside the couch, rather than on it, even after Megan put a blanket down and patted the cushion 3 times. He flinched at loud sounds. He watched doors. But he also did something Megan hadn't expected. He followed her. Not in an anxious Velcro way, not underfoot, not frantic, just a steady, quiet presence, always in the same room, always a few feet away, like he had assigned himself a job and was taking it seriously. On day 4, she dropped a full glass of water in the kitchen. The crash made her gasp and made Atlas scramble to his feet from the hallway. She braced for the worst. Instead, he walked in slowly, looked at the water on the floor, looked at her, and then sat down in the middle of the mess like he was keeping her company while she cleaned it up. He didn't flinch at the mop, he didn't move out of the way, he just stayed there, patient and still while she worked around him. And when she was done, he followed her back to the couch like nothing unusual had happened at all. That was the moment she stopped being careful around him. 3 weeks in, Megan had a bad night, the kind that arrives without warning. Old grief, old weight, the particular loneliness of being in a new place where nobody knows your name yet. She sat on the kitchen floor at 11:43 p.m. with her back against the cabinet and her knees pulled up, and didn't bother trying to explain it to herself. Atlas walked in, looked at her for a long moment, and then lowered himself onto the floor directly beside her, not close enough to crowd, close enough to feel. She put her hand on his back. He didn't move. They sat like that for 40 minutes. No sounds except the hum of the refrigerator and Atlas breathing slow and steady beside her, like an anchor. She didn't need him to fix anything. He seemed to understand that. He just stayed. the way only certain things stay, without asking why, without needing it explained. And somewhere in those 40 minutes, the loneliness that had followed her through the move into every quiet corner of this new house loosened its grip just enough. There are stories that don't need a dramatic ending to matter. If you felt that, share it with someone who needs to hear it today. The neighborhood had opinions, of course. A woman 3 houses down crossed the street twice when she saw them coming. A man at the dog park told Megan that breed shouldn't be allowed off-leash in public spaces. She smiled at him, said thank you, and kept walking. Atlas glanced at the man once, just once, then looked back at the path ahead like the conversation had already bored him. What changed things was a morning in January. Megan was walking Atlas before sunrise, the street still dark and quiet, when a man stepped out from between 2 parked cars 30 feet ahead. He stopped when he saw them. Atlas stopped too. No bark, no lunge, just absolute stillness, weight shifted forward, eyes fixed. The man took one look, then he turned and walked quickly in the other direction. Megan stood there in the cold for a moment, heart still settling. Atlas glanced up at her, tail moving once, slow and deliberate, then turned forward again like they had somewhere to be. They walked the rest of the route in silence. Today, Atlas takes up 2/3 of the couch and has a specific corner of the bed he's claimed as non-negotiable. He's learned that the mailman is not a threat. He's learned that Megan's sister, who gripped the doorframe the first time she met him and whispered, "Is he going to be okay?" will now slip him pieces of cheese when she thinks nobody is watching. He's learned that this house is his and that nobody is coming to take him back. And every morning, he waits at the top of the stairs until Megan comes down, not blocking, just present, starting the day the same way he ends it, by her side. And Megan has learned something too. The ones who don't reach through the bars aren't broken. Sometimes they're just the ones who've been left enough times to stop asking. They're not waiting for someone to rescue them, they're waiting for someone to stay. Would you have stopped at Kennel 9 or kept walking? Tell me in the comments. There are dogs in shelters right now who will never bark for your attention. They won't perform for you. They'll just sit and watch and wait, the way Atlas waited for 213 days. If you're thinking about opening your home to a dog, go to the end of the row. Stop at the quiet one. Look at them the way Megan looked at Atlas, long enough to actually see them. Don't let the size scare you. Don't let 42 other families be the reason you keep walking, because the dog that nobody touches is not the dog you should be afraid of. It's the dog that has the most left to give.